Alright, welcome back to part 3 of the speedrun tutorial for Persona 4 Golden. So last time we beat Mitsuo. So now we're gonna do 2 more dungeons on this part. We're gonna do the lab and we're gonna do the heaven. The lab is where all of the grinding is gonna be. And the heaven is where after that basically we're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna kill everything. Check your money here after beating Mitsuo. You're gonna want to translate until you have 250k basically, around that range. So it usually takes around up to the summer job. Sometimes it can take less depending on if you got lucky with the gamblings. But basically just keep translating until you have 250k, and then you can stop and start sleeping instead. So I checked my money, I had around 150k. So I still need to do quite a bit of translating. Here we have the deadline. Alright, so Dojima is finally back home. He's been away for a while, but now we can actually get our reward for the exams. Check the money again. We have 244k, so 2 more translations basically, and I'm gonna call it there. We got a failed one. But yeah, this is the summer job. So yeah, basically this is where I'm gonna stop. We're gonna get quite a bit of money for the summer job, and obviously you want to take it. You want to take the summer job not just because of the money, but because it skips like, I don't know, 5 days or something. Obviously that's fast to do, you know. Skipping days is the best thing we can get in a speed run pretty much. And this is where I'm gonna stop getting money from translations. Stay home on this day. We don't want to go out. It's faster to stay home and skip the day. Even though we don't need any more money, on the weekends, when you start the day in your room, basically the fastest thing you can do is to translate. So that's why when you start the day in your room, just do translating pretty much. I also answered to not do it, but it doesn't matter. I just thought I got a regular call from the friend, to hang out. But yeah, we have the beach cutscene. We get to see Kanji in his beautiful swimsuit. You want to answer no to Nanako here. If you answer yes, you will have to help her with the homework every single day of the summer that's left. But obviously going to sleep is faster. We also need to do our summer homework as well. So we're gonna do it on this day and on the next day as well. And these are the few days where I told that even though it's a weekend, you don't actually start with a cutscene. Towards the end of the summer is where this is happening, where you don't actually start with a cutscene, you start without one. Alright, so on this day, we're gonna need to buy Hell's Magatama from Tanaka. These are fire type projectiles that do 150 damage. Having these projectiles is really useful against Izanami to reach the damage thresholds. And if we don't do enough damage on Amenosagiri, we can finish him off using these as well. So just more cutscenes towards the end of the summer. And when the new school semester starts on September, there's gonna be even more cutscenes. That's the downside of Persona games. There's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of downtime when nothing is happening. If you want to be safe, you can still keep answering good questions to get even more knowledge. But at this point, it's most likely not worth it to pass the exams at this point with this route. If you pass the next exam, you get Mystical Scarabs. You get 2 Mystical Scarabs that fully restore SP. But because we have so much money in this route, we can just use the Fox in the Hollow Forest instead. And if you pass the final exam, you get a Soma. But again, since we're gonna be using Yoshitsune with this route, and we're gonna buy some Somas, we're gonna get some Somas. There's no need to have as many Somas. There's no need to get every single one of them in this route. So I'd say from this point, knowledge becomes not needed anymore. You can safely start skipping it. The main reason why we needed knowledge is to pass the previous exam to get paper armband. On this day, we're finally gonna start Marie Social Link as well. The reason why we didn't start it earlier and why we started it so late is because we need to skip the poems when we enter the Velvet Room. So we're actually only gonna enter the Velvet Room for fusions one more time in the game, and that's it. So we're only gonna get 1 poem cutscene. Instead of, you know, if we would start as like before Kanji's dungeon, we would get another like 3 or 4, I don't know. So basically we're just getting less cutscenes by starting this late. Because we're gonna enter the Velvet Room for fusions when we're gonna do Naoto's dungeon, and that's it. And that's it. The only time we're gonna enter Velvet Room after that is on January 2nd to get Golden Ending. To get Golden Ending requirement done. And then after that, the only time we're gonna enter it is at the very end of the game to get the orb. To get the orb for true ending. So basically we're skipping the poem cutscenes by starting the Social Link so late. Oops. Yeah, the hitbox for the table is pretty big. But yeah, do some more Marie Social Link. We're gonna do quite a bit of it now. Don't start mashing X too early when going up to Marie. You're gonna enter the Velvet Room. And that's a bit slower because Marie enters with you. And then you have to take Marie out using the menu in the Velvet Room. Obviously, it's a bit faster to just talk to her directly. Marie's social links are pretty long. The only one that's short, I think, is rank 8, if I'm not mistaken. Every other one is pretty long cutscenes. But yeah, we need to max the social link to get golden ending. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to unlock Hollow Forest dungeon. It would just go straight from Ameno Sagiri into... It would just go straight from Ameno Sagiri into the... into March. Oh, whoops, I was supposed to do Marie here as well. I'm trying to explain things, so I'm like not even reading my notes properly. That's not very good, but... Yeah, I was supposed to hang out with Marie. Let's see, can I hang out with her on this day? Probably not. Yeah, nope. Do I just re-record this? Nah, whatever. Hang out with Marie again. So normally this would be... This would either be rank 4 or this would be just a regular spend time event. But we're missing one visit with her. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is a spend time now. Yeah, we're behind, but whatever. If you skip accidentally like me, there's enough days to finish it. Hey Whirly, I already messed up today. I already messed up on this. Yeah, um I messed up by not hanging out with Marie when I should have. Sorry for sloppy menuing. I'm doing some IRL stuff as well right now. I'm doing some IRL stuff while I'm recording this. But I mean whenever. It's a tutorial. Showing off good menuing throughout the entire thing isn't really needed, right? But yeah, menuing is actually pretty easy in this game. Definitely easier than P5. Even though this one has a bit of menu lag. When P5 doesn't. So more hanging out with Marie. So there's one good thing about sleeping that can happen is you can get dreams, and you can actually dream about Marie. Oh, I think I actually got a dream about Marie. It's actually a good thing because that gives points to her social link, and when you get points, you get less spend time events and you get more rank ups instead. So it's a pretty good thing when you get a dream about her. It takes less visits to max, which saves time. Alright, so Naoto Dungeon starts. But we're actually not gonna do Naoto's Dungeon all the way until October 1st. And that's because October 1st is a day where we can get the Arahan as a fusion forecast skill, and we want that. So we're gonna wait until October 1st and to do the dungeon. On the next day, it's actually not a day when we do Marie Social Link, it's actually a day where we just translate. But since I messed up on that one visit, I'm gonna check if Marie is available. She's usually available on Sundays, so I'm gonna check it. But yeah, on this day you usually just translate to skip the day. Also buy Soma. We can buy Soma on this day, so that's pretty important. Definitely worth it to buy Soma. Doesn't take that much time. Alright, and yeah, let me check if Marie is available to get myself back on track. Nope, she's not available. Alright, so we need to start getting info on Naoto. So go to practice building, talk to this girl. Then go to shopping district. Talk to the officer. Go to Samegawa riverbed. Talk to Chie. And then talk to the same officer again. And that's all we can do for today. Alright, need to gather more info. So go to North shopping district now. And talk to the officer there. And there you're gonna answer the third answer and then the second answer. So this and then this. And that's it. We're done getting info. So now we're just gonna skip days until we... We're just gonna skip days until we reach October 1st. Yeah, so just do a lot of sleeping. A lot of quality time with the Bed-kun. Alright, once again we have a Sunday where we usually just sleep and translate. But once again I'm gonna check out if I can hang out with Marie to get back on track for messing up. Nope. Alright, so almost there. Almost on October 1st. Alright, there we go. So dungeon time. So Naoto's dungeon is the longest one in the game. And that's because we do a lot of grinding in this dungeon. We grind so much that we're gonna reach like level 88 or level 89. Something like that. And there's multiple layers of grinding in this dungeon. So first of all, we need to grind until we're level 52. And until Okuninushi has 8 skills. So one golden hand encounter should be enough to do that. And we can manip the golden hands on 6th floor. So basically just go down until 6th floor and kill every single golden hand we find. There's a golden hand encounter which is not worth fighting, and that's it. When you see a single golden hand with a double rock enemy. So just avoid those ones. But you want to find as many golden hands on your way as possible. Obviously we can just manip until we get enough, but finding unmanipped ones on the way saves a little bit of time. But yeah, basically just get to the 6th floor. Sometimes you get big shadows like that, and they ambush you. We still have vanish balls. At least you should still have vanish balls. It's very rare to die here. There's only a few attacks that can actually damage you. So it's pretty unlikely that you're actually gonna die. But you know it can happen. Alright, so the 4th floor is actually a set floor. It's not random. Go straight.
You need to watch your health, Senpai.
Oh, there we go. There's a hand. That's good. So for the golden hand encounters here, you want to Mind Charge and Migdola
Somebody get away.
on Okuninushi.
Three of them. Don't give up now, okay?
Take the money.
Ooh, congratulations!
Alright, so there we go. So that's enough for Okuninushi to have 8 skills. It doesn't matter what skills you have. You just need 8 skills to pass more skills onto the next persona when you fuse away him.
Yes, I leveled up! You need to watch your health, Senpai.
So I'm just gonna move on to the next floor and then go back for fusions, because that's all we need for the first grinding part. We just need Okuninushi to get 8 skills. So let me just go back. You're gonna get a cutscene because we did some re-social links, so we're getting a cutscene here. And we're gonna fuse Scotty now. Alright, and the next part of grinding is we need Scotty to reach level 61. We're gonna grind until Scotty is level 61.
You need to watch your health, Senpai.
Alright, there we go, so we're on the 6th floor. This is the floor where we can manip the hands. But before that, we also need to get
You need to watch your
the
health,
security
Senpai.
card. So just go here, turn left here, and then just go all the way to the end until you get the security card that we need. We need to open the door on the 4th floor to beat the mini-boss. Alright, this is the card. Alright, so now we can do the manips. So for this manip, it's the same as the one in Bathhouse. We want to reload the game and wait on the first falling star. We need to wait until the first star in the title screen is gone off the screen. And that will give us 4 golden hands. That will give us a quadruple encounter. And it's not just gonna give us a quadruple golden hand encounter, it's also gonna give us an encounter that doesn't damage us at all. It does nothing to us. We just block everything. It manips their moves as well, basically. What moves they use. And by killing a quadruple golden hand encounter here, you're actually getting the max EXP possible. You're gonna get 99,999 EXP. Right, so we use Megidola here. It kills them. And as you can see, we get 99,999 EXP. And we're gonna do this until Scotty's level 61. We also get the Arahan here. That's pretty useful. We're low on HP, so we can heal now. When your SP goes low, just use the Fox to heal it away, to recover it.
Ooh, a rare one. Don't let it get away. Four of them. You need to thin them out.
Level 58.
Yes, I leveled up.
All right, senpai. But yeah, this golden hand manip right here is basically what makes this game so easy, because we're literally getting max amount of EXP in like 2 minutes. And we can keep doing this over and over again. So think about Persona 5, for example, where to get this amount of EXP, you need to kill a Reaper pretty much. And killing a Reaper takes like 10 minutes, if not more, for one Reaper kill. So we're getting same amount of EXP pretty much 5 times faster. Alright, so there we go. So Scotty's level 61. We also need to be 65 ourselves. Let me check if I am. Yes, I'm 69. 69. Nice. Nice, TM. Alright, so we can do more fusions now. Now that we have our Scotty at level 61. We don't need App Pupil, but we do need Growth 2. We need Growth 2 because we need this Shikioji to be a little bit stronger. Oh, whoops. Fusion accident. Yeah, these happen. These happen, but we have so much money that it's basically not worth... it's basically not worth it to reload to save and reload the save. Just rebuy the materials. We got a Decorabia though, which is probably like the worst one we can get. It takes so many level ups. Alright, and this fusion is why we need to do this dungeon on this day, is because we get the Arahan as a bonus skill. And that's the whole reason why we do this dungeon today, is because we get the Arahan as a bonus. Alright, and that's it for this fusions part. So now we're gonna... So the next grinding part is... we need to grind until we're level 75. And until... and until the... Thor has until Thor has Arms Master, and until Suiki has Enduring Soul. Also, as you can see, I equipped a Hitokonushi from the menu. Do that as well, because Hitokonushi is the one that has Mind Charge and he blocks everything from the Golden Hands on this manip. Again, play with Persona Memory off, because Persona Memory off makes this grind so much easier with Hitokonushi. Hey Ginger. So just do the same thing as the last grind, Mind Charge Migidola on Scotty.
Four of them. You need to thin them out. Ooh, congratulations!
Alright, there we go. So Thor has Arms Master.
Alright, level up.
We also get Certain Escape here. That's really useful as well. We can escape the battles without using Vanish Balls now. So that's really useful. We no longer need Vanish Balls, because every run will be guaranteed now. Oh, actually, take Yukiko now. On one of these grinds, you want to take Yukiko with you. So let's just do it now, I guess. Just in case I forget later. It doesn't really matter when you take her. But you want to take Yukiko into one of the encounters, because she will get enough level ups to learn Fire Break. And we need Fire Break for Marie. For Marie fight. And make sure you add her to the party before you reload the game. Otherwise it's gonna mess up the manip. Like, if I would add her to the party right now, that would mess up the manip. Oh. And yeah, the hand is way bigger. Because we have under-leveled Yukiko, the hand gets way bigger now.
Ooh, a rare one. Don't let it get away. Four of them. You need to thin them out.
Persona!
We got a follow-up for that.
Three more
That's
on the enemy side.
that's not
Keep
good.
it up.
Hopefully they don't kill Yukiko.
3 enemies left. You can
Persona!
win this.
Alright, there we go. Alright, so this gives her enough levels to get Fire Break. We don't care about any other skills on Thor, we only care about Arms Master.
Did I level up?
Alright, there we go, Fire Break. He also gets Diorama.
Yes, I leveled up.
And that's all we needed her for, so we can take her out now.
Oh, a rare one. Don't let it get away. Four of them. You need to thin them out.
Alright, and this should be enough. Alright, there we go, level 77. And 63 on Suiki to get Enduring Soul. So that's what we needed. And then Thor learns more skill, we don't care about those. Yeah, the strange hands with strange thumbs. They're our friends. Alright, so do some more fusions. Whoops. Great menuing. Arms Master. Now we fuse Yoshitsune. Probably the strongest persona in the game. I think it's the strongest one in this game. Yeah, who would have thought that we actually use Yoshitsune in a speedrun? We get the Arahan as a special skill as well. Because we do it on this day. Alright, and now we need... So, we have Yoshitsune, but the problem is Yoshitsune doesn't have enough levels to have Hasutobi. So we're gonna have to grind even more for Yoshitsune to get Hasutobi. But we're not gonna do that yet. We were gonna do... we're gonna do one Golden Hand encounter. Just because we're in the overworld anyway. Manipping one doesn't take anything. But after that we're gonna take a break and we're gonna progress in the dungeon a little bit before grinding the rest. And the way to grind this is the exact same as before. We still use Mind Charge Megidola, but because we're starting on Yoshitsune, the hands do different moves now. They use Bash, they use something else as well. But they still cannot damage you at all. So it's still basically the same thing. Yeah, Bash. And then some more moves. Yeah, so they use different moves now, but they still cannot touch you. We get Heat Riser, we can take it over Brave Blade. No physical overgrowth too, because we don't need to waste time on the level up screens. And now we're gonna progress in the dungeon. So because we took the security card, we're gonna go back one floor, and we're gonna go back to 4th floor because that's where the mini boss is. We're gonna go fight the mini boss now. If we find any golden hands randomly, that's good as well. That means less manips later. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. Well, I mean, I wanted to attack it, but whatever. Alright, so on this floor we go straight. Left, I'm pretty sure. No, wait, wait. No, we go right, not left. Scripted. Yeah, we go left. I mean, we go right, and it's these doors right here. And here's the mini-boss. So this mini-boss only uses physical attacks. And because he only uses physical attacks, that means you just press triangle and go make a sandwich, go make coffee or whatever. And basically this is the part where you can, you know, stand up, stretch your arms, whatever, walk a little bit after sitting on your chair for like 6 hours. And just wait until he does stand by. So just don't do anything, basically. This world record. Yes, this is segmented, spliced world record pre-recorded speedrun. Alright, so there we go. So he uses standby. So when he does standby, you need to guard now, because he will use Last Resort. Last Resort does a lot of damage, so you'd rather guard it. You do live if you rush, but it's better to guard. We don't need Repel Elec. We don't need Repel Elec because Yoshitsune repels electric just naturally. Don't forget to take this chest with the key. With the key card. And go back to 6th floor, and just like before. So go back to 6th floor, and then manip the rest. Then just manip until you get Hasutobi. And this will be the last grinding part of the game. There's no more grinding in the game after this. There will be one more manip in the game. We will manip a treasure chest to get... we will manip a treasure chest to get the Divine Pillar accessory. But no manips for farming. Vorpal Blade. Yeah, Vorpal Blade is not strong. It is strong, but it's nowhere near as strong as the Hasutobi. So just manip the rest. But yeah, like I said, this dungeon is the longest one, just because you do so much grinding in this one. But it does pay off. It does pay off because we don't have to do a single optional fight at all until the end of the game. From now on, after we're done with this grind. We're only gonna fight the fights that we have to fight to progress.
Don't let it get away.
And yeah, there will be some translations, there will be some sleeping left, obviously. The downtime never ends. Elec Amp, we don't need that one. We're not gonna use electric spells. Elec Break, we do need though. Definitely don't forget to get Elec Break. We need a leg break for Izanami. If we don't have a leg break, Izanami is gonna be such a slower fight. Because she always uses Maziadine at the start. So we need a leg break and reflect it. And reflecting her Maziadine basically does like half the damage, half of HP instantly. I think that was a bit early. I might have clicked a little bit too early on this one. Whoops. Okay, that's gonna mess up Manip. That's gonna mess up the Manip now. Probably. Ah, no, it didn't. Okay.
Oh, a rare one. Don't let it get away.
If you get Persona level up card from Shuffle Time, that's really good. That's the best one you can get it in this grinding part. Because that's all we care about. The only thing we care about is Yoshitsune levels. So it's really nice when you find it. So it's gonna be one or two more encounters. It's either one or two. Hard to tell.
Don't let it get away.
Persona!
4 of them. You need to thin them out. Ooh, congratulations!
Alright, there we go, 83. So we no longer need Megiddola. The whole reason we needed Megiddola is to farm the hand. And that's it, we can complete the dungeon now. No more grinding. So just go to the bottom now. This dungeon, I'm pretty sure it has 9 floors, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we're over-leveled way earlier in the game than we should be. Alright, there we go. There's the end of the dungeon. Heal up. Go back home. We need Yosuke and Teddy in the party. The reason why we pick Yosuke and Teddy is because Naoto is quote-unquote smart AI, I guess you could say. Quote-unquote smart. So she only hits weaknesses and nothing else. We don't have a weakness on ourselves. And Teddy and Yosuke both have electric weakness, so she will only use electric attacks, and Yoshitsune repels electric. So we only have to put mirrors on Yosuke and Teddy, and we don't even have to put mirror on ourselves because we reflect everything from her. So these are some big brain strats. And obviously, like you would imagine, having a Hasutobi here is crazy broke, and this fight is insanely easy. Oh wow, silence. Yeah, this can happen.
Persona. Senpai, hang
Yeah,
in
this is
there.
actually pretty rare to happen, but it can. Yeah, this is like really rare to happen, but whatever.
Here goes! Persona! Here goes!
And yeah, you can reflect her silence.
Persona!
It's possible to do that. Good job, Teddy.
Let's do this! Persona!
Yusuke Senpai is
Brave Blade with a crit? Okay. Yeah, she can use Brave Blade and she can crit.
Persona!
Ow! How cool! What's up?
She's not even using
Yikes, Teddy! Someone heal him!
She's not even using Zeodyne. What?
Persona!
My explanation is for nothing. She's supposed to use Zeodyne and Mazeodyne. But whatever.
Persona! Here goes!
Yosuke Senpai! Someone heal him!
There we go. Now she uses Mazeodyne.
Yosuke Senpai's acting weird.
Yeah, so usually this fight goes a little bit faster. Usually this goes a little bit faster because she uses Mazeodyne more. But yeah. You get the idea how this fight goes. Alright, hold on. I'll be back soon. Need to do a little thing.
Hey! Hey!
Bzz, bzz, bzz. The fast forward sound.
Hey!
Alright, so we need to do more Marie Social Link. Not GA Social Link, Marie Social Link. Oh, that dream actually put us back to where we should be, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not, I don't know. No love for signs of love. Here's the deadline. Alright, and this is the day where we get the most useful party member skill in the game. we're gonna get a rank up of Teddy's socialing here, and he's gonna learn a skill. And he learns Marakunda. So just getting Marakunda for free like this is insanely busted. Having a party member with Rakunda in general is already good enough. This basically alone makes Teddy the most broken party member, the best party member. Especially when you combine it when later on he's also gonna get the survival endure thing, where he lives on 1 HP once in the battle, so he doesn't get one shot. So yeah, Teddy is basically the best party member in this game. So yeah, we get quite a bit of cutscenes here. Since the whole team is up, we have the full team now with Naoto. So they were like, oh, let's add a lot of cutscenes now. Yeah, I have this bot that changes like the text, the other messages once in a while. Sometimes he sucks though. I mean, that works too. Alright, more Marie time. Alright, so we have exams right now. You could fail the exams if you want. We don't really need the scarabs, but I'd say it might be worth to pass them just to get a little bit more money from Dojima. So I'm gonna pass them right now. But failing these exams isn't a big deal. You're probably not gonna kill a run because of that. In the middle of the exams, we have this free day right here. Where we can actually buy physical mirrors from Tanaka. Really useful. And because it's in the middle of exams, if we study now, it's gonna take up a full day. It's not gonna take just the day and then push us to evening. It's gonna take us a full day. So that's faster, so we're just gonna study now to use up the full day. And we're back to exams. Fish oil. More Marie socialing. Speaking of totally irrelevant thing, I'm thinking about getting an SSD for my PS4. Maybe I'll get back to running P5 again. Who knows? Who knows? Like, I'm really not happy with my P5 time. There's so many room for improvement there. More P5 runs. Yeah, I don't know about that yet. It would take so much derusting to do as well. PS5 soon. Yeah, but PS5 is... Oh, on this day is where you can get your scarabs. So if you're really scared about the route, you can go talk to the history teacher near the stairs and take your mystical scarabs. But again, like I said, with this route, there's really no point in doing that, honestly. But yeah, speaking of PS5, like, I doubt it's gonna play PS4 games any faster. There's really not any way where you can actually speed it up. Aside from, you know, like, having better CPU, I guess. Alright, so on this day we can talk to Dojima to get money for exams. Which is why I said it's not worth to fail it. It's not worth failing it. Because getting money is nice. It doesn't even take us any time, basically, to talk to him. More Marie social link. Man, this bot sucks. In other like in other channels he works better. I wonder if I can like if I should just if I need to do something about it. Probably because I chose like such a short word, I don't know. It's like it's related to like syllables, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna give the bot one more chance. And if he sucks, I'm kicking it. But yeah, speaking of P5R, like, I actually have no idea whether I'll run it or not. I don't even know anything about the game, basically. Or like, I know some things. Some mechanics. Not a lot. I will. Well, I mean, I can tell you that you're bad even without running it. Teddy tried to learn Samarakarm here. Don't teach it, because the only place where we use Recarm is Hollow Forest, and in Hollow Forest. In Hollow Forest, the SP is very limited, so we'd rather have a lower cost skill. We need to choose Retreat here, because we don't have enough courage to choose Hold the Line.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. We need to stay home here. Obviously, that's faster. It's faster to stay home. Buy Bead Melon from Tanaka here. Bead Melon is basically a single target Soma. It's a Soma, but it only works from one person. But it's still really, really useful. Since the party is basically useless anyway, it doesn't matter if it's single target or not. Yeah, the party doesn't really do much. Alright, so there will be a lot of cutscenes on this day. Ooh, yikes. Imagine that. Dojima's wife is dead for what, like... Basically, since Nanako was born, right? But yeah, this day has a lot of cutscenes. And there's really no difference when we do the dungeon, when we do Nanaka's dungeon. But since on this day they put us straight into June S, we're just gonna do it now. Because we're right here anyway. It would make sense to do it right now. Kelly titties. Alright, I'm kicking the bot. I'm kicking the bot after this. It's dumb. It's dumb. Alright, so for this dungeon... Okay, yeah, sure, do that. So for this dungeon, we don't need to do anything, just go straight to the top. Yeah, there's a command in his channel to remove it. I'll remove it later, after the stream. That's a pretty bad floor layout. Go left here, because the stairs are here. This is a set floor, obviously. And the mini boss is on 7th floor. I'm not really commenting much, but this gameplay is pretty much self-explanatory. Don't walk into golden hands, obviously. No need to. Alright, and this is 7th floor. This is where the mini boss is. So this mini boss uses magic attacks. So just use 2 Makara corns and then just rush.
An ambush! There's one enemy!
So 1 Makara corn. And 2, and now just rush. Really hard fight, guys.
Alright, senpai! Yes! I leveled up!
Go left here. And then go right. Ooh, these were some fast stairs. If this was actual run, this would be a really good floor. This would be pretty decent heaven in general. We only had 1 bad floor, and this isn't one. This isn't really good one already either. I don't like floors where I have to backtrack because of that end. Alright, so go back to get our party. We need Chie, Yosuke, and Teddy. Right here we need to answer all 3 answers to Namatame to progress. And this fight is super easy. There's really not a single thing that can go wrong here. Unless you miss a lot. You can miss Hasutobi's. Hasutobi has pretty shitty accuracy. But even then you're not really dying because of that. you're just gonna take a bit longer. So here he uses Spirit Leech. He used it on Teddy. If he uses it on Chie, she actually doesn't have SP anymore at all. So I'm rushing with Teddy now, but if he uses that on Chie, then use this turn to use the tomato on Chie to restore her SP.
Counting on you.
Come on! Persona!
Alright, so next turn he's gonna use an AoE skill.
Persona.
And he can either use he can use Maziodine, and if he uses Maziodine then it's not as good because he will use a leg break next turn instead of killing himself. Yeah, he uses Maziodine, so if he uses Maziodine he will waste a turn using a leg break on next turn. Doesn't really matter too much, but that means our party is dead.
Persona.
If we miss, we didn't miss. If he wouldn't have used Maziodine, then just set up a mirror on everyone, and he would die from reflect damage. And that's heaven for you. It's that simple. This is probably the easiest dungeon in the game now. Yeah, it is. It's definitely the easiest dungeon. Yeah, this is where Teddy gets Endure. Really useful. And I guess this will be it for this part. I'm gonna do the remaining 3 dungeons back to back on the next part, on the last